Fala, brothers, estamos aqui no Red Dead Redemption 1, estamos iniciando a série aqui no canal, primeiríssima série. Meu nome é Milkian e a gente vai começar aqui a série no Xbox One. A gente já tem aqui instalada a DLC, mas vamos para o modo história. Tá pedindo aqui pra gente salvar, vamos criar um novo save aqui, ok. Tá criando um save pra gente. E é isso aí, é o início do jogo. Historinha que a gente vê no primeiro jogo, a gente vai ver no segundo o que aconteceu antes dela, né? E eu vou deixar vocês com a cutscene aí.
For one, am grateful, Mrs. Bush, that they are finally bringing civilization to this savage land.
I could not agree with you more, my dear. My daddy settled this land, and I know he'll be looking down on us, pleased at how we help the natives.
Yes, they've lost their land, but they've gained access to heaven.
But Father, do you mean unless an innocent receives communion, they're destined to go to hell? That hardly seems fair.
What I mean to say, Jenny, is that there is a great deal of difference between an innocent and a savage.
I never thought of it that way.
Yes, they lived like animals, but they're happier now.
Not only do people now have motor cars, Father, but I heard that pretty soon we will be able to fly.
No, only angels can fly, Jenny.
No, apparently people can fly. Didn't you hear? Out in Kansas, a man even got a car to fly.
I hardly think so, Jenny.
Apparently, Mr. Johns wants to run for governor, which is why he's so concerned with cleaning up the state.
Nate Johns.
Yes.
His family is nothing but hillbilly trash that came here after the war. I don't want to be judgmental, but this state should not be ruled by such a disgusting family. A family without class.
Apparently. The Johns family have made a lot of money, and he has a lot of friends in politics.
Mrs. Bush, money isn't everything. There are many things that money cannot buy.
It seems that money can buy voters, though.
What you must remember, my dear, is that we have been brought here to spread the word. And the word and civilization, they are the same thing. They are the gifts. It is the opportunity we have, the chance to live among people who are decent and who do not kill each other. And who let you worship in peace.
It's so confusing, Father. Sometimes I find it impossible to make the distinction between a loving act and a hateful one. I mean, they often seem to be the same thing.
Yes, Jenny, it is confusing. But you only have to ask me if you need help.
Indeed.
Well, here we are, Mrs. Bush. Armadillo.
É isso aí, pessoal, chegamos aqui em Armadillo e vamos entrar no salão. O pessoal vem ali conversando sobre a família do John e vamos ver o que o destino resolve para nós aqui, né? O jogo tá bem bonito, claro, não tá que nem o 2 não, mas tá bonito até. Tô jogando no Xbox One, a versão de 360, o cara se estabacou aqui no chão, cara. Eu não sei como tá o volume do jogo aí pra vocês. Espero que esteja ok.
You must be John Marston.
Sometimes.
I'm Jake. Your friends from Blackwater hired me to guide you.
They ain't my friends, but pleased to meet you, Jake.
I got the horses saddled up and ready out front.
Vamos seguir o Jake aqui até os cavalos. Silêncio aí, irmão. Deixa eu fazer barulho. Ó, um estilo ainda. Esse cara vai ficar no caminho, filho da mãe.
Hey,
Tutorial aqui sobre como andar a cavalo.
Oh, it's Fort Mercy you want to visit?
that's right.
Ain't taking nobody up to the fort in a long time. Strange place for a decent fella to want to visit, if you don't mind me saying.
Who said I was a decent fella?
It's been abandoned for years now.
Cara, infelizmente ele não anda mais rápido que isso. A gente tem que ficar na cola dele.
Soldiers around back then.
Why'd they leave?
Well, I ain't entirely sure. I heard they had to go up north to fight Indians, or maybe they got tired of being soldiers and went looking for
Essa é a primeira
gold.
série do canal. Eu vou começar a fazer bem mais séries.
So what are you doing up at the fort?
I'm looking for an old friend.
Well, like I said, you ain't gonna find many folk round.
Olha como o sol tá bonito, cara. Aqui ele tá bonito, atualmente ele tá quente, né? Tá horroroso, um calor da caramba.
Well,
Vocês têm ideia, eu tô gravando agora de madrugada e tá quente, muito quente.
Are you planning on spending any time in Armadillo, Mr. Marston?
I doubt it. I ain't planning on staying very long.
Well, if you're fixing for some female company, you can do a lot worse than Armadillo. Fine as cream gravy they are. Not like Thieves' Landing. Dang, those girls ain't even fit for a drinking man to hole up with.
I'm a married man, I'm afraid.
Ain't we all?
Tem cheio dessa história aí, velho. E eu vou trazer novas séries também, como a série Far Cry. Eu tenho aqui pra jogar
Yeah. So it was the marshal who hired me.
bastante
Lee
jogos da
Johnson, do you
franquia.
know him?
I think I heard his name.
Says he got a telegram from some Blackwater big bugs asking for a guide. I guess it's none of my business.
That's right.
Mano, o jogo tá bem bonito, cara. Joguei o 2, pô, os dois é lindo, é maravilhoso, mas o 1 tá bonito, cara, tá bonito pra caramba.
You ain't very talkative, are you?
Nope.
I'm just chewing the dog, mister. It's how I am. I don't mean nothing by it.
Trust me. There's things you better off not knowing.
Eu tô jogando no Xbox One, tá, pessoal? É a versão 360, mas é.
Coyotes, what a waste of good meat. Almost there, Mr. Marston, just over this hill.
O jogo tá dando uns tutoriais aí pra gente.
Slow down.
Listen, mister. This here is what's left of Fort Mercer. Some gang rode in and took the place over.
So I understand.
This is where we part ways, friend. You have yourself a good time.
Vamos lá, pessoal.
Yeah. Bill! Bill, I've come for you! Bill Williamson! Come out here right now!
Go away now, John. Don't make me kill you.
Nobody needs to kill anyone, Bill.
You must think I was born yesterday. You always did think I was an idiot.
That ain't fair, Bill. You were as my brother. I've come to try to save you.
Oh. Do I look like I need saving?
Bill, please. They want to kill us all. I can help you.
Well, you never tried to save me before. You only seemed to save yourself.
Bill, I implore you think about this.
You implore me? You implore me. You always were one for fancy words. Oh. Well, things are different now, John. Now I'm in charge. No more Dutch. And no more you. Implored. I implores you to go back and tell them to send someone just a little bit more impressive next time.
Well?
Oh. Poor John.
Well, you're alive.
É, pessoal, tava mexendo aqui na câmera.
So, how do you feel?
I don't know the polite word for it.
I do. Stupid is the word we use around here. What were you doing?
I was doing something stupid.
Well, you'll be okay. Once you didn't die, the doctor said you'd be fine. He got the bullets out a couple days ago.
Good.
It cost us $15.
I'm sorry, madam. Should have left me there to die.
Did you want to die? I mean, was that it? Was that why you went straight out to Fort Mercer and picked a fight with the worst bandit in the county? To die, Mr.
Mr. Marston. John Marston.
Bonnie McFarland. Miss Bonnie McFarland.
Well, you may be right, Miss McFarland. I don't know.
Huh. So what were you doing?
Just trying to give Mr. Williamson a chance. For old time's sake.
You know Bill Williamson?
Knew him. Long time ago.
Well, what was he like?
Dumb.
Just like you.
Thank you, miss. See my hat?
I have. And, what will you do now?
Now I'm gonna take my time and go after him the less kind way.
Well, that sounds very fun, Mr. Marston. Quite heroic, just like in those penny dreadfuls my brother used to read. Meanwhile, if you'll excuse me, I've got a ranch to run. Of course, if you're feeling better, why not take a ride with me later? Help me patrol the perimeter. You can earn back some of that money we wasted on doctor's bills.
Of course. And thank you for saving my life, I mean.
Next time, Mr. Marston, I strongly recommend you don't try to lose it quite so earnestly.
I'll bear that in mind.
Beleza, aí estamos nós. A Bonnie salvou o nosso couro, pessoal. Espero que o meu microfone, o som do jogo, não esteja muito alto. Não está liberado muita coisa aqui pra gente. Vamos ver lá a Bonnie, o que ela quer falar com nós. O jogo aqui está ensinando como é que a gente faz as coisas. Bora cá, vamos falar com a Bonnie.
Mr. Marston, back in the land of the living, I see.
Figured it's about time I started paying back that $15.
I sure can use an extra pair of hands around here. Let's see if we can get you back in the saddle.
Vamos mandar com a Bonnie, né? Estamos precisando pagar aí 15 conto que nós estamos devendo a ela. Olha.
There's the foreman's office. It's also where we lock up good-for-nothing outlaws, such as yourself.
I'm happy enough with my current quarters right now, Miss McFarland.
Hop on up. He won't bite. Giddy up! Come on.
Eita, vamos pegar o cavalão aqui. Cara, cavalo bonito, velho. Pessoal, eu vou tentar ficar calado entre os diálogos, para não atrapalhar muito.
General store. You won't find Parisian high fashion, but it's good for the essentials.
Ela tá ensinando
Very convenient. I don't think I've ever seen a ranch.
as lojas praticamente, jogo, um tutorialzinho básico. Está bem no início mesmo.
And here's the corral. This one's for the horses. What do you think?
I'm no expert, but it certainly looks like a fine corral.
I suspect you've stolen more horses than you've broken.
Now, where'd you get such an idea?
First impressions are hard to erase.
Ok. Vamos terminar logo esse tour aqui, ô Bonnie.
That's the train station. Things sure have changed since the line finally got finished.
Certo, a gente viu. Meu Deus, eu me perdi aqui.
Is that such a bad thing?
Try to keep up, will you?
Come on.
Vamos fazer o que agora?
That's the barn over there. Paul built it himself when I was just a little girl. Come on, boy.
O John tá ali segurando a costela ali machucada.
And here we are, back at the house. Let's stop for a while before we head out on patrol.
You'll get no complaints from me, Miss McFarland.
Vamos colocar o cavalão no canto de novo. Cara, o cavalo é muito bonito, cara.
What are you waiting for? Come on, I don't fight.
Ah, mano, pra que eu pulei isso aqui, velho? Sei que ela ia entrar dentro da casa.
How about a cold drink, Mr. Marston?
Thank you, ma'am. Getting shot then riding a horse seems to take it out of you. I could use a rest.
Sure. Come on in. I'll show you the house and then you can sit for a while.
Thank you.
Cara, eu quero trocar de roupa, velho. Essa roupa tá meio feia. Ah, beleza.
Mr. Marston,
Miss McFarland.
remember me telling you about the trouble we've been having with rustlers and other undesirables?
I do.
Will you help me keep watch on the property line this evening?
Sure.
I want to see just who is trespassing on our land.
This is a fine weapon.
Come, let's head out. The country is really beautiful at around this time. We'd best get moving. This is a dangerous time of night for us.
Vamos lá pro cavalão. O jogo tá muito escuro. Eu posso dar uma clareada aqui. Parece que tá um pouco escuro, não tá?
Follow me. Keep your eyes peeled for anything.
Deixa eu dar uma olhada aqui se o jogo realmente está muito escuro, pessoal. Ok. Vamos olhar aqui rapidinho. Display. Dá uma aumentada só. Deu uma melhorada, deu uma melhorada. O céu tá mais visível.
Thank you, Mr. Marston. I feel a lot happier someone's along with me.
I feel a lot happier now I got a rifle.
Well, with your trigger itch and my feminine intuition, we should make quite a team.
Espero que o começo do 1 não seja tão demorado quanto o do 2. O 2 ele é um ótimo jogo, mas ele é demorado o começo dele.
I don't believe it. Those damn rabbits are back. Give me a hand with them, will you? Whoa!
Certo?
Come on then. Time to put that bloodlust of yours to good use.
É hora da caça, né? Cara, dá pena fazer isso, cara. Bichinho bonitinho, cara. Dá pena fazer isso. O cavalo ficou preso. Meu Deus, o que está acontecendo? Ok, beleza. Vamos em frente. Quase que me perco ali com o cavalo. Cadê o restante? Se ela sair daí, eu acompanho. Maravilhoso. Se ela sair daí.
You know, you can actually handle a rifle.
It's something I've had a little experience in.
Maybe Bill Williamson did get lucky after all.
Luck didn't really come into it, miss.
You're a useful man to have around the ranch, that's for sure. But don't think I've forgotten what brought you here. We'll do whatever we can to help you.
I sure appreciate that, Miss McFarland.
Mais coisa ainda?
Here we are.
Ah, não, ótimo.
Thank you for your help, Mr. Marston. Makes me kind of happy I saved your life. Get some sleep and I will see you in the morning.
Good night, Miss McFarland.
Ah, beleza. A gente tá com as coisas liberadas agora. Beleza, beleza. Show de bola, cara. Show de bola. E a gente tem munições na caixinha. E a gente tem algumas coisas ali que eu já tinha e que tá entrando. Vamos trocar a roupa dele? Vamos trocar a roupa do John. É, parece que eu só tô com 2 roupas aqui pro John, mas essa é muito feia, cara. Tá, vamos ficar com essa mesmo dele. Vamos salvar aqui o jogo. Beleza. Temos uma missão aqui com a Bonnie. Cara, a casa dela é bem ali, eu tô indo de cavalo. Mas vambora. Vamos ver qual foi a da Bonnie, né?
Oh, Mr. Marston. How are you doing today?
I'm well, Miss McFarland. Thank you. How are you?
Well, I'm fine. Thank you. So, how are your ribs?
Fine. A little sore, but apart from a couple extra scars, it'll be as nothing happened.
Good. Come in, come in. You know, you never did tell me how you met that Bill Williamson or what you wanted from him.
No, miss, I did not.
Well, why not, if you don't mind me asking?
I certainly don't mind you asking if you don't mind me not telling. See, it's a complicated and somewhat pathetic tale, and by telling you, not only would I be putting your life in danger, but also threatening the lives of some people that I hold very dear.
Well, I apologize if I seem to be prying.
And I apologize for my reticence. Hope you believe me when I say that it's simply out of respect for you.
Of course, Mr. Marston. I understand that a city dweller such as yourself likes to have some exotic secrets, so us country folk are impressed.
I'm no city man, miss.
Yeah, but I saw you get on the train at Blackwater. You with those gentlemen in bowler hats?
I'm still no city man.
But I'll bet you can't ride, Mr. Marston.
I hate to take money from a lady, miss.
Oh, you won't be. I'll race you right now.
If it makes you happy.
We'll see. All right, I'll show you how we ride around these parts.
Beleza, a gente vai correr contra a Bonnie agora. Aquela corridinha de cavalo básica. E vambora, né?
On the count of 3. 3, 2, 1, go! I trust you're not gonna be a gentleman about this.
Cara, eu já ia pro canto errado.
This sure beats milking cows.
Let's go.
Mano, olha onde eu bati. Tanto que eu fico nessa distância e não deixo ela correr muito, tá tudo certo. Vamos ganhar dela.
I have got you now. Come on, Mr. Marston. Yeah.
O cavalo tá quase morrendo, cara.
Neck and neck, Miss McFarland.
I'm coming, don't you worry.
Por que ele foi por aí?
Isn't this jelly?
Yeah. You're lucky I'm being a gentleman.
Olha, mano, eu peguei o caminho errado, droga.
Hey, why don't I lead the way? Whoa, whoa.
How's it feel getting beaten by a lady?
Mano, que difícil. Ah, eu vou perder. Ah, velho. Droga, mano. Vamos voltar pro checkpoint que eu caí ali no abismo. Acontece.
On the count of 3. 3, 2, 1, go! I trust you're not gonna be a gentleman about this.
You don't know me at all, Miss McFarland. Come on.
O cavalo cansa rápido, velho.
Look at that male pride go!
How you doing back there?
Você tem que tomar cuidado pro cavalo não cansar rápido e você acabar matando ele no meio do caminho.
Are you saving the best for last?
Se ficar tranquilo demais, ela vem e passa a gente, cara. É um Need for Speed de cavalo.
Would you like me to slow down? Let's go. Should I wait for you to catch up?
Olha, mano, ela tá na cola ali já, meu.
Let's go. Come on.
Tô concentrado, hein?
Yeah.
Olha, ela chegou aqui já.
Try to stay with me now. This is how it's done.
Mano,
You're not as bad as I
tem que
thought
prestar atenção
you
na
did.
estrada, presta atenção nela. Caminho, na verdade.
You got problems with your spurs?
O cavalo quase cai de novo. Cara, que corrida longa, meu.
Where do you think you're going? Come on, boy.
Aê, ganhamos. Cara, vi agora, tem um grilo ali no chão aqui de
It
casa.
was fun.
Sure.
You know, you should go pay the marshal a visit in Armadillo sometime. I'm sure he could help you deal with that nice Mr. Williamson.
Yeah, I might just do that, Miss McFarland.
You do whatever you think's best, Mr. Marston.
Beleza, nossa fama aumentou. Vamos continuar seguindo aqui. A gente tem missão com o Marshall. Vamos continuar aqui com a Bonnie, né? Vamos continuar com a Bonnie.
Ah, Mr. Marston, how are you?
Good, Miss McFarlane. How are you?
I'm well. Would you mind riding with me to Armadillo? I've got to get some supplies and I could do with the company.
Of course.
You can take the reins. It wouldn't do for a terrifying bounty hunter such as yourself to be seen driven around by a woman. Take the driver's seat. Come on.
Sobe, cara. Certo. Beleza. Eu ia apertando o botão errado, pessoal. Eu acho que eu atropelei alguém. Não. Tudo certo.
No, miss. I have not.
Well, that's a relief. Perhaps there's hope for you yet.
I wouldn't bet on it.
Oh, there's always hope, Mr. Marston. You can't be a rancher in this kind of country if you don't believe that.
An admirable attitude, miss.
I suppose so. I can't think of any other way to stay sane, to be frank. What about you? Have you ever given up hope altogether?
Hope hasn't really entered into it. It's not really something I think about.
Sai
A peculiar outlook. I can't really say
Filho da
I
mãe,
understand
cara.
you.
I can't always say I do either.
Oh, don't be so deliberately enigmatic.
I'm not, miss.
Yes, you are. You are being deliberately obscure as a substitute for having a personality.
I just know there are two theories to arguing with women, and neither one works.
I'm not even going to dignify that gibberish with a response. You never did tell me where you live.
I have a small holding up in Great Plains.
A farmer? Yeah, and I'm the Queen of England. And at what point during your day of hunting down outlaws do you find time to raise chickens?
Only been at it 3 years or so. I guess I'm kind of new to it.
You're telling me? So who's looking after this farm of yours right now?
Uncle. Well, he's not my uncle, as far as I know. Just an old dog who's as lazy as a lizard on a hot day. Kind of fellow laboring under the delusion that age brings wisdom.
Sounds like the perfect person to leave in charge of your entire livelihood.
We go way back, and I didn't have a lot of choice.
I'd be getting back there if I was you.
That's what I'm trying to do, miss.
Acelerar um pouco aqui. Se a gente chega mais rápido, mas eu tô com medo de capotar essa carroça, cara.
How well do you know New Austin?
I don't. We talked about coming down here many times, but never made it.
Who's we?
Me and the folks I used to work with. Yeah, New Austin. The last real outlaw country, where the old ways still hold true. You do a man wrong, he'll shoot you for it. Do a man right? Well, he still may shoot you for it, but at least you have an idea of what's right and what's wrong there.
Dear, oh dear, Mr. Marston. What dreadful novel did you get that romanticized drivel out of? Those days are long gone, if they were ever here at all. According to Paul, those days were just people shooting each other because they lost at cards. We'll be lucky if our ranch survives another 5 years. Businessmen are the new cowboys.
Tem muita gente na frente, mal cuidado. Beleza, chega minha armadilho.
So this is Armadillo. Manhattan it is not, but it does okay for us. Most important thing for you right now is getting yourself into Dr. Johnson's office to purchase some medicine. The first one's on me.
Thank you, miss. I'll pay you back.
I'm sure you shall. The doc's a good fellow. He saved your life, so be polite to him. Meet me in front of the general store when you're done.
Beleza, bora lá ver o doutor.
How can I help you?
Howdy, mister.
I got stock of them electric belts if you need
Vamos
to
comprar aqui uma medicina aqui.
Any trouble, let me know.
Thank you very much.
I hear that Marshall pisses in a stay away from the soft pork and tobacco.
Ok, a gente aperta aqui pro direcional direito, esquerdo na verdade. Bora lá, pra se curar, né? Bora lá ver a Bonnie.
Well, thanks for driving me. It was nice to be able to enjoy the view for once, and a little company never hurts now and again.
You're more than welcome, miss. Least I can do. Thank you for the medicine.
Why don't you have a look around Armadillo? You can always take the stagecoach back to the ranch later.
I might just do that. Travel safely, miss.
Try not to get yourself shot. I won't be around to save you this time.
A gente abriu aqui a cidade de Armadillo. Vamos ver se tem alguma coisa por aqui pra gente fazer. Ou se a gente volta lá pro rancho lá da Bonnie. Tem umas coisinhas aqui, pessoal. Acho que eu não tenho muito tostão furado. Tenho. Cara, vamos ver se dá pra comprar arma ou menos, né? Cara, ele tá andando esquisito.
How are you, friend?
É, a gente tem um total de nada. Então, beleza. Vamos sair daqui. A gente tem pouca. Tem um doutor. Vamos dar uma olhada aqui no mapa. A gente não abriu ainda o mapa do jogo. Tá aqui, o mapinha, né? Ok, por isso que a gente tem umas missões aqui no... O xerife, se não me engano, Marshall. Mapinha do jogo aí. Pra gente dar uma conhecida nele. Estamos aqui pertinho, vamos fazer. O xerife da cidade.
Excuse me.
Hey, hey, you got a visitor.
Shut up, you! And what you want?
My name's John Marston. You wanted to speak to me.
I did?
Apparently so.
Why?
I guess because we're both in the business of the law.
You that fella from the train company?
No, I'm from Fort Mercer.
Fort Mercer? You them one of them Williamson boys.
Calm down.
Go on, shoot him, mister. Shoot him.
Come, what, you getting keep with me, boy?
What's going on here?
I got me one of them Williamson boys.
I got me one of them idiots who give marshals a bad name.
Jonah, put your gun down. You must be the man from Blackwater.
Yes, sir. Listen, that dog ain't too bright, but he seems loyal.
Jonah, get out of here for a minute.
Yes, sir, Mr. Johnson, sir.
You.
Oh, I done seen enough of your hide around here, friend.
I think there's some school children down the way you can go and frighten.
Oh, hardy fucking har.
What are you doing here, Mr. Marston? Apart from frightening my deputies.
I'm here to capture or kill Bill Williamson.
Okay.
Can you help me?
He's outside my jurisdiction. He's in the next county. Of course, Bill Williamson and his boys have tended to keep themselves away from my town.
So you're happy to have him out there?
Well, I ain't happy, but I also ain't suicidal. My job is to keep this town safe, not clean up all of these 3 counties. It's hard enough around here.
You know, I hear you speak, and suddenly I'm reminded of how some of the people I respected most in my life had a problem with authority. What's wrong with you?
Well, I'm sure you and your fine friends have enjoyed spending your time running around pursuing noble causes. My cause is to keep this town from turning into a living hell for the folks who live here. The whole world has problems, mister, and I'm here doing what I can.
Why? What's happening?
Right now, I got the railway, the people who pay my salary, trying to get me to turn a blind eye to them burning down settlements up there. I got a bunch of cattle rustlers out near Box Canyon needs shutting down. Not forgetting the gang that keeps murdering homesteaders out in the back country. And I got a bunch of hoods over in the saloon, drunk, threatening to shoot up the whole town. That's all I got today. But it's early yet. Give me a couple more days. There'll be more.
All right, tell you what. Let's go deal with them hoods in the saloon. Then we'll discuss Williamson.
Okay, boy. You're a persistent little cuss, ain't you?
Only when things matter.
Let's head over to the saloon.
Eu não voltei aqui, pessoal. A gente vai aqui mexer com o pessoalzinho que tá dando trabalho aqui na cidade. Notificação ali da Xbox apareceu no meio da cutscene.
Drivers in Armadillo spend more time with their hands in the air than on the reins these days.
And you're happy to let them drink in your
A gente vai dar uma lição, na verdade, não mexer, né? Mas deu pra entender, vocês me entenderam.
That's an interesting approach to law enforcement.
Cara, vamos resolver logo isso, não ficar enrolando não.
There's the dumb rat bastard now. Let's follow him. See what kind of hole he crawls into.
Mount up, Marston. Walton's our man.
Cadê o cara que a gente precisa perseguir? Ah, a gente tem que chamar o nosso cavalo. Eu tô aqui voando, cara. Vai mal. Beleza, vamos seguir o cara.
Walton's as bad as you say he is, why don't we just beef him now while we got the chance?
Because that ain't how the law works.
Is that right, Marshal?
And alive, he can still talk.
Doesn't sound like he's a man to be reasoned with.
He ain't. But a few days of my hospitality and he'll be telling me what I need to know. Walton's gang's been growing fast.
Outlawing's easy money for easy work.
Cholla Springs, Gap Tooth Ridge, these boys get around. Walton's a start, but there's plenty more where he came from.
Cara, essa trilha sonora do jogo é muito boa, cara, nesse baixo. Finalmente uma missão com um pouco mais de ação, né, cara? A gente tava com aquelas da Bonnie, mas elas são muito paradinhas. Cara, não vai pro canto errado.
Hold up, Marston. He must be at the old Pleasance house. Probably best we take it on foot.
Tô te seguindo, cara.
Looks like we got company, boys.
Damn. Take cover. We'll work our way up this hill.
Eu vou usar a pistola.
I'll cover you.
Isso, perfeito.
Marston, take that bastard behind the crate.
A gente tem que pegar... Ah, ok. A gente vai tomar um tiro aqui. Esse já era. Já era também.
You're about to go meet your maker, and I doubt he's too happy with you.
Já era, mano. Rapidinho.
You're gonna leave this in a box.
Cadê ele? Ele tá dentro da casa? Mano, balaço, hein? Ah, tô vendo agora, cara. A gente tá com as armas douradas. Bônus que eu peguei.
Not a bad shot, Mr. Marston. Why don't you check in with me next time you're in town?
I don't want to be no policeman, Marshal.
Nor did I, my friend. I can promise you that. I'll see you soon, Mr. Marston.
É o item de DLC, essas armas douradas que a gente ganha. Um pacote. A gente ganhou umas 20 prata. Vamos saquear os caras aqui. Ver se a gente arruma mais, né, cara? Arranja mais. Eu acho que deve ter alguma coisa aqui pra dentro. Eu ganhei menos. Eu perdi honra porque eu peguei os caras. Peguei as coisas dos caras, na verdade. Arrumando mais 37 conto. Que eu roubei, mano. Os caras. Será que tô desonroso? Oh, qual foi? Ah, mano, eles não vão mais precisar, né? A gente se conserta na honra depois. Cara, que maneiro. Pássaro azul. Quem lembra aí do Red Dead Redemption 2, hein? O que esse pássaro quer dizer? Não sei se a pele dele vai servir, cara. Mas vamos pegar. Tem um tiroteio muito louco acontecendo ali. Deixa eu dar uma olhadinha aqui. Beleza. Acho que sobrou só um cara ali pra gente... Não, tem mais 2 pessoas. Eles estão tentando atacar meu cavalo, cara. Não, só tiroteio que tá... muito louco ali. Espera, tem um evento aqui. Vamos ver o que é. O cara morreu, mano? Eu acho que o cara morreu, hein, velho. Ah, cara, do nada. Como assim o cara morreu? Deixa ele até de boa aí. Ele caiu e morreu. Vamos pegar um pouco mais aqui. Só mais esse, só mais esse.
Let's make this quick.
A gente tem quais missões aqui ainda para fazer. A gente tem outra missão aqui com o xerife. E tem uma missão com a Bonnie. Acho que a gente já está com 1 hora de vídeo já. A bateria do meu notebook já está indo para as cubulhas. E é isso aí, pessoal. A gente se vê no próximo vídeo. Obrigado por assistir. Se inscreva no canal se você não é inscrito ainda. E é isso aí. Muito obrigado por assistir. E até a próxima. Valeu!